Hi, welcome to ScoMo Trivia. Today we're going to be discussing the history of bowling, one of my favorite pastimes and my favorite sports. Question number one. Where was one of the earliest forms of bowling discovered, dating back over 5,000 years? A. Ancient Egypt. B. Ancient Greece. C. Ancient China. Or D. Ancient Rome. Answer A. Ancient Egypt. One of the earliest known instances of a bowling-like game dates back to 3200 BC in Egypt, where archaeologists uncovered tomb artifacts resembling primitive bowling pins and balls. Around 50 AD, Roman legionaries played a game where soldiers rolled stone balls towards smaller stones with the goal of positioning them as closely as possible. Question number two. What country is credited with developing the modern version of bowling around the 3rd or 4th century? Germany, England, Italy, or France? Answer: Germany. Question number three. In medieval Europe, bowling was often used as a religious ceremony to rid oneself of sin. What object represented the sin? A. A stone. B. A kegel, which is a club-like object. Or C. A wooden idol. Or D. A candle. Answer B. A kegel, which is a club-like object. In Germany around 300 AD, a game resembling bowling was played in churches as a religious ceremony. Participants would try to knock over a kegel, a club-like object, with a round stone, symbolizing the destruction of one's sins. And just for your information, bowlers are known as keglers. Question number four. What was the maximum number of pins traditionally used in early forms of European bowling? A. 5 pins. B. 7 pins. C. 9 pins. Or D. 10 pins. Answer C. 9 pins. In 1511, Martin Luther helped standardize the game in Germany by determining that there should be 9 pins. Martin Luther was also the father and start of the Reformation, and it is also due to 9 pins that most people, when they roll them over, will say that's a no tap, meaning they knocked over 9 pins. Question number 5. Why was bowling banned in England during the reign of King Edward III? A. It was seen as sinful. B. It distracted soldiers from archery practice. C. It led to gambling. And D. It was too noisy. Answer B. It distracted soldiers from archery practice. Bowling continued to evolve across Europe throughout the Middle Ages. In 1299, King Edward III of England allegedly banned the game to keep his troops focused on archery practice. Question number 6. What city is credited with organizing the first standardized rules for 10-pin bowling in the United States in 1895? Chicago, Boston, Philadelphia, or New York City? Answer: New York City. English, Dutch, and German settlers brought bowling to America in the 17th and 18th centuries. By the early 19th century, bowling was a fixture in New York City with many alleys operating in Manhattan. Question number 7. The Professional Bowlers Association, the PBA, was established in which year? A. 1945, B. 1958, C. 1965, or D. 1970? Answer B. 1958. The advent of television in the 1950s dramatically increased bowling's popularity. Shows like Championship Bowling and Make That Spare brought the game into the homes of millions of Americans, creating a surge in interest and participation. The Professional Bowlers Association was established in 1958, helping attract media attention and sponsorships for the sport. And the model for the symbol in the PBA is a great bowler known as Chris Barnes. Question number 8. In what decade did bowling become an Olympic demonstration sport? 1970s, 1980s, 1990s, or 2000s? Answer 1980s. In 1988 in Seoul, South Korea, a total of 20 nations competed in the 10-pin bowling exhibition, which was held on September 18th at Seoul's Royal Bowling Center. The tournament was restricted to amateur bowlers who qualified in a pre-Olympic tournament. Countries were limited to one male and female competitor. A total of 20 countries were represented. At this moment, there is no bowling in Olympic sports, but in my vote, I say yes. Question number 9. Who is widely regarded as one of the greatest bowlers in history with 47 PBA titles to his name? A. Dick Weber, B. Walter Ray Williams Jr., C. Earl Anthony, or D. Pete Weber? Answer: Walter Ray Williams Jr. I'm Walter Ray Williams Jr., also known as Deadeye. I am a professional bowler and 6-time world horseshoe champion. Currently hold the record for the most all-time standard PBA records, 47, and the most PBA earnings over $5 million through the 2019 season. I'm also the first player in history to reach 100 total PBA titles that include the PBA Tour, the PBA Regional Tour, the PBA 50, and PBA 50 Regional. I have 123 titles combined at the close of the 2022 PBA 50 season. Question number 10. What is the maximum score a player can achieve in a single game of 10-pin bowling? A. 200, B. 250, C. 300, or D. 350? Answer: perfect game is 300. And due to technology, more and more people are able to achieve this game's perfection score. Thanks for participating in today's ScoMo Trivia. Remember to like and subscribe to ScoMo Trivia, and just so you know, get out there and knock 'em over.